Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Common English Decoded. I am so happy you are here with us today.
Hey there! Great to see you all again. It is another beautiful day to learn some real English together.
It really is. And I was just making coffee this morning, and I thought, this is actually a perfect example for today's topic.
Oh, tell me more. What happened with the coffee?
Well, I said to myself, I need to get some coffee before I get to work, or I am going to get really tired by 9 o'clock.
Ha! Did you notice that? You used the same word 3 times, and it meant something different every single time.
Exactly. And that word is today's topic. We are talking about the verb get.
The famous, the powerful, the slightly confusing verb get. Today, we are looking at how one small word can have around 15 different meanings in English.
By the end of this episode, you are going to understand the most common ways native speakers use get every single day, in real conversations, not just in textbooks.
You will also know how to avoid the biggest mistakes learners make with this verb, and you will have plenty of examples to practice with.
So here is a question for you before we start. How many meanings of get do you already know? Write your guess in the comments below.
We really want to know. Drop a comment and let us know your number, and then check at the end of the episode to see how close you were.
And of course, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button on Common English Decoded so you never miss an episode.
All right, let's get started. This is going to be a good one.
Get is one of those verbs that native speakers use constantly, almost like a Swiss Army knife of English. It can mean receive, become, arrive, understand, buy, and so many more things.
The basic structure is simple. Subject plus get plus object, or subject plus get plus adjective. For example, I get a text message, or I get tired.
Let's start with the most basic meaning, which is receive. When you get something, it often means someone gives it to you or it arrives for you.
Here are some examples. I got an email this morning. She gets a lot of packages because she shops online so much. Did you get my message? We got some great news yesterday. He got a promotion last month.
I love that last one because that happened to my friend recently. She texted me, "Guess what? I got the job." She was so excited.
That is such a natural way to say it. Nobody says, I received the job in casual conversation. It sounds too formal.
Right, and here is something interesting. If you want to talk about something not arriving, you use did not get. For example, I did not get your email. Can you send it again?
Good point. So, can you try making a sentence using get to mean receive? Think about something you got recently, maybe a message, a gift, or some news.
Take a moment. Say it out loud. It really helps your brain remember the pattern.
Now let's move to the second big meaning, which is become. This is when get is followed by an adjective, and it shows a change happening.
For example, it is getting cold outside. I am getting hungry. She got upset when she heard the news. He got angry very quickly. The kids get excited on weekends.
This one is everywhere in daily conversation. Think about how often you talk about feelings or weather changing.
My personal example is, every single afternoon around 3 o'clock, I get sleepy at my desk. It is like clockwork.
Ha, same here. I get hungry around that exact time too, and then I just get distracted thinking about snacks.
For the negative form, we usually just add not, like I am not getting tired yet, or in past tense, I did not get upset.
Can you make a sentence about something that gets you excited or something that got you nervous recently? Try it out loud right now.
This is such a useful pattern because it works with so many adjectives. Tired, hungry, bored, confused, ready, dark, light, better, worse.
Speaking of better, that brings up a really common phrase, get better, as in, I hope you get better soon when someone is sick.
Or get worse, like the traffic gets worse every year in this city. Both are super common in everyday talk.
All right, let's do a quick summary of what we covered so far. Get can mean receive, like getting a message or a gift, and it can mean become, showing a change in feeling or condition.
Now let's build on that. There is another huge use of get, and that is talking about movement, meaning arrive or reach a place.
This one is essential for anyone talking about travel, commuting, or just describing how you moved from one place to another.
For example, what time do you get to work? I got home late last night. How do you usually get to school? We got to the airport just in time. She got here an hour ago.
This connects nicely with what we just learned about become, because both are about change. One is a change of place, and the other is a change of state.
Here is a real-life situation. Imagine you are texting a friend who is meeting you somewhere, and you want to ask when they will arrive.
You would say, "What time will you get here?" And your friend might reply, "I will get there around 7."
Now let's do a little dialogue demonstration. Corbin, pretend you are running late to meet me.
Okay. Hey, sorry, traffic is bad. I am going to get there a little late, maybe 20 minutes.
No problem, just get here safely. There is no rush.
See how natural that sounds? Nobody says arrive in a text message like that. Get is just more common in casual speech.
Now, let's compare formal versus informal usage here. In a formal announcement, you might hear, passengers should arrive at the gate 30 minutes before departure.
But in casual conversation, you would say, make sure you get to the gate early. Both are correct, but get definitely sounds more relaxed and everyday.
For a quick practice activity, try answering this question out loud. How do you usually get to work or school? Use get in your answer.
Here are 3 quick tips for using get with places. First, use get to plus a place, like get to the store. Second, use get here or get there without to. Third, questions about arrival time almost always use get, like what time do you get off work?
That last one is great. Get off work, meaning finish work. We will actually talk more about phrasal verbs like that a little later.
If you are watching this and thinking of your own commute or travel story using get, write it in the comments. We would love to read your examples.
All right, let's review the key points from this section. Get can describe arriving somewhere, like getting to work, getting home, or getting here.
And remember, this is much more natural in speech than saying arrive, especially in texts and casual chats.
Now for our third major use of get, and this one is really practical for daily life. It is get meaning buy or obtain.
This comes up constantly in shopping, errands, and planning situations. Basically, whenever you need something, you can use get.
For example, I need to get some milk on the way home. Did you get bread at the store? Let's get tickets for the concert. I am going to get a new phone this weekend. Can you get some coffee while you are out?
This is such a natural replacement for buy in daily conversation. Even though buy is correct, native speakers just say get way more often.
Here is a tip for politeness. If you want to ask someone to buy something for you, you can say, "Could you get me some water, please?" It sounds friendly and casual.
And for tone, if you are asking a favor from a stranger, like a waiter, you might say, "Could I get a glass of water, please?" That is a really common polite request.
Actually, that is such a common phrase in restaurants. Can I get the check, please? Or, could I get a menu? You hear it everywhere.
It is true. Can I get has almost become its own polite request pattern in English, especially in the United States.
Let's practice a real-life situation. Imagine you are at a coffee shop. What would you say to order a coffee using get?
You could say, "Can I get a medium coffee with milk, please?" Try saying that out loud. Imagine you are really ordering.
Good. Now here is a mini practice. I will describe a situation and you respond using get. Ready? You are at a grocery store and your friend calls asking what you are doing.
I would say, "I am getting some groceries for dinner tonight."
Perfect. That is such a natural response. Try making your own sentence about something you need to get today.
Say it out loud, even if no one is listening. Speaking out loud really trains your mouth and brain to use the pattern naturally.
Let's do a quick structural review of this section. Get can mean buy or obtain, and it often appears in polite requests like, "Can I get?" or "Could you get me?"
This is one of the most useful patterns for real-life situations like shopping, ordering food, and asking for favors.
Okay, now let's talk about mistakes. Because honestly, we have both made plenty of mistakes with get ourselves.
Oh, for sure. I remember confusing get and go get for the longest time when I was learning phrasal verbs.
Let's go through the most common mistakes learners make. Mistake number 1. Confusing get with go when talking about fetching something.
Incorrect. I go get the keys from upstairs, used as a general habit sentence. Correct. I will go get the keys for one specific action, or simply, I get the keys every morning for a routine.
The reason this is tricky is that go get is used for a specific, single action happening now or soon, while plain get without go describes habits or general facts.
Here is a better way to think about it. Use go get when you are physically moving to grab something in that moment.
Mistake number 2. Using the wrong preposition after get. For example, incorrect. I get in home late. Correct. I get home late. No preposition needed before home.
This trips up a lot of learners because in many other languages, you need a preposition before a place word. But in English, home and here and there do not need one.
Mistake number 3. Mixing up get and have when talking about possession versus receiving something new. Incorrect. I have a new phone yesterday. Correct. I got a new phone yesterday.
Have describes possession in general, but get describes the moment of receiving or obtaining something, especially in past tense stories.
Mistake number 4. Forgetting the irregular past tense form. Incorrect. I getted a message. Correct. I got a message. And the past participle is gotten in American English or got in British English.
That irregular form really trips people up because so many regular verbs just add ed, but get definitely does not follow that pattern.
Here is a slightly funny example my brother made once. He said, "I getted so tired yesterday." And honestly, it was kind of cute, but still incorrect.
Ha! That is adorable, actually. Okay, here is a quick practice prompt for each mistake. Try correcting this sentence. I have a new bike yesterday.
The correct version is, I got a new bike yesterday. See how get fits the moment of receiving something new?
And try this one. I get it home late last night. The correct version is, I got home late last night.
Honestly, these mistakes are so normal, especially with irregular verbs. Every single learner makes them at some point, including native speakers when they were kids.
That is such a good point. Making mistakes is actually part of learning any language, so please do not feel bad if you have made these exact mistakes before.
The important thing is noticing the pattern and practicing the correct form until it feels natural.
All right, Let's wrap up this section with some encouragement. You are doing great just by paying attention to these small details. That is exactly how fluency develops over time.
Now it is time for our favorite part, interactive practice. We are going to do a choose the correct sentence activity.
I will read 2 sentences, and you decide which one sounds more natural. Ready? Situation 1. A. I received a promotion last month. B. I got a promotion last month.
In casual conversation, B is much more natural. Received sounds a bit formal for everyday talk with friends.
Situation 2. A. It becomes dark early in winter. B. It gets dark early in winter.
B again. Get dark, get cold, get hot are the natural patterns native speakers use for weather and light changes.
Situation 3. A. What time do you arrive at work? B. What time do you get to work?
Both are correct here, but B sounds more casual and common in daily conversation, while A sounds more like something you would read in a formal email.
Situation 4. A. Could I get a coffee, please? B. Could I have received a coffee, please?
Ha! B just does not even make sense in that context. A is clearly correct, and it is such a common polite request pattern.
Situation 5. A. I go get the mail every day at noon. B. I get the mail every day at noon.
B is correct for describing a routine or habit. Go get would be used for one specific trip, not a repeated daily habit.
Situation 6. A. She getted upset about the news. B. She got upset about the news.
Definitely B. Remember, get is irregular, so the past tense is got, never getted.
Try saying your own version of these sentences out loud, using different situations from your own life. Speaking out loud really helps the pattern stick.
Also, try changing the tone. Say one sentence like you are excited, and then say it again like you are calm and formal. Notice how the words stay the same, but your delivery changes the feeling.
Here is a challenge for you. Create 3 of your own sentences using get in different meanings: receive, become, and arrive. Write them in the comments.
Remember, the goal is not perfect grammar. It is real communication. Even if you make a small mistake, native speakers will still understand you.
Exactly. Real conversation matters more than perfection. The more you practice speaking, even with small errors, the faster you will improve.
Wow, we covered so much today. Let's do a big summary of everything we learned about the verb get.
We learned 3 major uses. First, get meaning receive, like getting a message or a gift. Second, get meaning become, like getting tired or getting cold. Third, get meaning arrive or buy, like getting to work or getting groceries.
And remember, get has an irregular past tense, got, and the past participle is gotten in American English.
You also learned some really natural phrases like can I get, go get, and how to avoid common mistakes learners make with this verb.
You should be really proud of yourself for making it through this whole episode. This is one of the trickiest verbs in English, and you just leveled up your understanding.
So here is a reflective question for you. Which meaning of get do you think you will use the most this week? Think about it and let us know in the comments.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like, share it with a friend who is learning English, and leave a comment telling us your favorite new phrase.
And of course, subscribe to Common English Decoded so you never miss an episode packed with real, practical English.
Keep practicing, keep speaking out loud, and remember that every small step gets you closer to fluency.
Thank you all so much for spending this time with us today. We really appreciate you being here. See you next time!